everyone, it is me, Peep Peep, and welcome back to Nocttale. I think I'm saying the name right. I really hope I'm not butchering it. So, please watch part 1 if you have not, because obviously I'm about to tell you what we just did in part 1. So, where we left off is we were talking to Papyrus and Underswap Papyrus. So, we went through this gate and he just disappeared. Also, the echo flowers have been dying, and I feel so sad for Blue, and that's my husband. I love him. So now we're gonna have to do the puzzle. A piece of paper with your name name at the top. Apparently, it was from Papyrus. Hey there, Jeremy. I know I left suddenly, and that I told you I'd meet you shortly. But I'm still a monster, you know? So I left you with a couple puzzles. My brother came up with the ideas. I can't wait for you to meet him. He's so cool. Anyhow, take care and good luck. Yes, I'm gonna marry him. I'm gonna be the one to get on one knee and be like, will you marry me? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh man. Well, I'll daydream, so if anything goes wrong, I'll just talk to the echo flower. Just talk to the echo flower. You look to your right. It looked like some boulders you were gonna have to push. Oh boy. Wait, I'm gonna have to push these? Wait, how do I push them? Huh. What? Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to reset this. You need another reset? No problem. Just touch the pedals. A fart, really? It never gets old. Sorry, the fart. The fart is so funny. I'll just reset it when you ask from now on, okay? Why is the fart so funny? Okay, Oh, did I do it? I did it! I did it! Yes! Okay, that did not take that long, actually. You worry about Papyrus' words. Nonetheless, you persevere. Did I already say that earlier? I don't remember. No! I think I did. Okay, we'll save again. Alright. That was not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. So hooray for me. I don't know what that is. What is this? I don't know. Oh! You stopped to look at the view. Beautiful trees as far as the eye could see, and those that couldn't, led into a deep dark abyss. Creepy. Deeper than even in the current resident resided. Were there more monsters tower in the underground? Perhaps they were more violent than the ones you've come across. Haps and Sands seemed very sweet in nature, and a kill or be killed attitude would be terrifying. Maybe the ones below would be more violent because they lack light? The light of echo flowers? So they fell under the bright sunny area where not even an echo flower's whisper can reach them. It was then that you took notice of a flower nearby. It was an ashy gray, not a baby blue, not a pale blue, just gray. No life, no movement, its petals withering away. You felt so bad for these large flowers. They spoke to you, they told stories. You paused and crouched down. The flower moved slightly, and you watched as a small blue orbs dissipated into the dark. You closed your eyes and listened to them. They spoke softly, but the orbs held a message in each one. So beautiful! I wish I could see my big brother again one day. I wish I could confess my love for. I wish I didn't want to die. I wish I could see the sunset just once. I wish. And as suddenly as they began to leave the flower, they went quiet. Everything went eerily quiet. What? You felt your breath catch in your throat as your heartbeat a went mile a minute. It was so dark, you couldn't help but want to run. I feel like some of the grammar is kind of messed up, which, hey, I get it. I'm gonna run. You felt your legs get weak as you swore there was something in the dark. Sounds and shadows seemed to creep along the outskirts of the trees. it wasn't dark enough for the creatures to attack. Wait, what if they were monsters like Papyrus and Sans? Or what if they were something more dangerous? He took one deep breath and started to run. Oh, okay, we actually get to run. What was that? It's another letter from Papyrus. I hope you like this one, Jeremy. You wouldn't believe how long it took to move all this snow. With love from your number one monster, Papyrus. You're not my number one! This is like, what? Darn it. What? I'm stuck. Should I not run this way? This one's kind of hard. No, I gotta get on the other side of that thing. I think I almost had it. Gosh darn it. This is gonna take a little bit. I think I might know. Maybe. Get it wrong, huh? Oh, did I do it? I did it! Yes! Okay. I feel really proud. I've done this all by myself. The feeling of tiny red eyes on your back made your skin crawl. What were they? They weren't other monsters, right? Maybe hallucinations? Yeah, hallucinations. They had to be. There is no way there were monsters that would go out of their way to kill you, right? They were all like Sans Papyrus, right? Oh, I love the little vibe of this game. It's so cute. You were in a new place. Now, you didn't have time to worry about it. That was another question for another time, another place. Not because it wasn't important, but because your brain couldn't handle everything right now. You needed to pick me up and sort of human Jeremy! Oh my god, my husband! Here he comes. He knows who I am. See, guys, he knows me. He knows me better than he knows you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ah, yeah. He could probably help. Oh my god, look! Human! My brother told me you would be here. Wahaha! You purse your lips, trying so hard not to laugh along with his adorable persona. If nothing else, this adorable ball of energy was definitely a pick-me-up. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Look at him! Look at him! You don't have many friends yet, right? Well, worry no more. The magnificent Sans is going to be your first friend here in the underground. He was so friendly, so trusting. He didn't even flinch away from you. There is no way in hell that humans fell down here all the time, right? There is no way he was super used to seeing humans, right? Shake my hand, Jeremy. That will solidify that we are officially besties. Oh my gosh, I gotta shake your hand. I love you. You reach out slowly and take his hand in your own, warm and comforting, but kind of gives in. It wasn't the same texture as bone, but it wasn't soft either. Malleable, perhaps? It wouldn't break from extreme force, or was able to take more than one solid blow. You mentioned that his flesh felt different, and asked if he often got hurt, and if his skin could take a heavier blow than most monsters because of it. Huh? My hand? What's wrong with my hand? Sans paused a moment. He seemed lost in thought by your question until he shifted and you heard something thunk inside his pocket. Oh, hey, I got you a gift before I forget. Here! Reaching into his pocket, and he somehow managed to pull out a small bag and hand it over to you. Opening up the bag, you peered inside. It was a bottle of honey. Sans crossed his arms over his chest, his smile getting wider, if that were even possible, and tilted his head to the side. His highlights focused on you, once more looking into your soul. Okay then, I guess I could tell you. Your soul seems pretty stable. He motions for you to walk with him. Let's go, my husband. I saw you staring at me in my battle body. Pretty cool, right? It keeps me safe from evil. Friends that roam the underground. Fiends that roam the underground. Because, unfortunately, even the magnificent Sans has his weak points. And yet he walked in front of you without fear, without worry. But with the most genuine trust and integrity you'd ever seen. He was worrying. Not that you had to worry, but that he should be worrying. He trusted too much. See, there's these things we use as acronyms and stuff. HP, DF, AT, LV, and EXP. All things important to learn in the underground. Okay, it has a similar vibe to underground, but it's like a similar layout. He pauses at his home and turns to face you. If you want, I can explain them to you, or do you already know them? It'd be pretty cool if you did know, but I highly doubt you do. You know what? Tell me. Alrighty then, let me break it down for you. HP is kind of an easy one to remember. It stands for hit points. For some monsters like my brother have a lot of them, while monsters like me can't take many hits. But hey, it doesn't matter if you don't get hit, right? DF is defense. It's what helps you absorb a blow and protect yourself. Some monsters have armor, some have protective magic, and others have squishy, gooey, absorbing powers. AT is attack. It's basically how hard you hit, but you don't let a monster's attack fool you. Some have side effects to their attack. For example, a monster can only do 1 point of damage each time they hit. But you can't protect yourself from the hit if it hits you. And it could even do burning or poison damage, making that attack stronger and scarier than someone who can only hit you with one powerful attack. Yep, I'm gonna have to deal with that eventually. Power moves are also extremely hard to control compared to weaker ones, so the weaker the better. Sans' expression fell a little sad as he continued to explain. XP is execution points. It's experience gained from killing another living creature. The more you end something's life. Oh, I didn't get to read that. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to skip it. That ties it in with LV, which stands for love. You quirked an eyebrow, love. You looked at him funny. I know what you're thinking. Love? How could love be bad? Everything has love. I fell in love. Grilby and Muffet fell in love. Tender Sleeve fell in love. One day my brother might fall in love. Wait, you're in love? With me, duh. Also, why is Grilby and Muffet in love? One day you might fall in love. I am in love. I'm looking at my love right now. But there's a difference. There's a different kind of love. It stands for level of violence earned. Each time you level up, you gain it. And with it, you become numb to others' feelings. You could feel the sadness that waved off the skeleton as he stood there. Like he was remembering something terrible. He couldn't quite grasp at it. The memory and eluding him. After a moment, he looks back to you, and his smile returned. Well, that's about it. Well, we're almost there. Let us make our way to my lovely home that I share with Papyrus. Come on in when you're ready. Yeah, I'm gonna just explore a little bit, just because I can, even though I love you. After what felt like a near-death experience had you in shambles, your new friend helped you persevere through. Yes, I would love to save. I think we're going to explore a little bit. Can we get in here? It reads, House of the Brilliant Doctors Alphys and Undine. Looks like they aren't home. What? So they have their own home? But why in... This isn't even Snowden, is it? It's like... I just realized there's no snow here. Unless I said that earlier. The door is locked. Looks like the club isn't open yet. Just want to see what's going on. Okay, we can't get over here. It looks like you can't go through for now. Okay, that's fine. Can I go through here? Can't see what that is. Let's read their mailboxes. There's a mailbox labeled Papyrus, and it's completely clean. There's another one labeled Sans. It's full of junk mail and space magazines. Oh, so theirs is like... That's weird. I thought it'd be a little different. Should I not go that way? Let's go into their house. Papyrus, I met the human! Yeah, seems pretty inhuman to leave them all alone then. Sans slaps his hands together and takes a deep breath. I hate your stupid puns so much. I'm trying to be serious here. Oh, you're serious. Nice to meet you. I'm Papyrus. The two bantered back and forth as you stood near the doorway, trying to stifle your laughs. Stifle, maybe. It seems that you've caught their attention. Come over here, Jeremy. Anything for you, my love. My slow walk. You smiled, giving the two of them a curt wave as you stood in their living room. It didn't have much in it, in terms of items or anything, but it definitely felt homey. It smelled a lot of tacos, and also of fresh linen and white musk. Probably because you were standing right next to Sans, who looked from you to his brother. There was a slight smell of honey mixed with cigarette smoke, with a hint of white musk as well. Perhaps they used the same body wash? Well, come on, ask! What's gonna happen? You raised an eyebrow and you met Papyrus' gaze. He looked tired as he humored his brother. My brother said the best way to get to know a person is to go on a date with them. What? Are we going on a little date? But it is! You should take the human out for something to eat. Want to go to Tender Pants Dance Club with me? They've got the best chicken strips. There's no, a strip club isn't... Sans paused mid-sentence, took a deep breath, and continued. A strip club isn't the place you take someone on a first date. That is more of a place you casually go. With your friends. I mean, everyone has different impressions on a first date, so... You know, Papyrus tilted his head to the side, still smiling at his annoyed older brother. He followed up with a glance at you. Oh, I see. It's supposed to be a date. Yes, a date. So you want me to go on a date with my date? Yes, a date with your date. Day, right? Preferably. Okay, so let me get this straight. You want me to go on a date with my date on today's date. So we're up to date? Yes, I want you to go on a date on... Gosh darn it, Papyrus! Just go out and spend some romantic time with them! Why is that so funny? You were confused and taken aback. A date? A romantic date? Where did all this come from? Sure, he was cute, but I like his brother more. Just me personally. You asked Papyrus if the date was something he wanted. You didn't want to force him after all. Well, I mean, maybe he was giving some signals. I'm autistic and, signals aren't really the best for me. You gotta be up close and tell me how you feel. I don't mind regardless. It should be fun no matter what we do. Okay, so go! Go, 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 go! Here we go. You were quiet with Paps, pausing by the bar and looking over at him. Papyrus had already been looking at you, probably with curiosity. Love in his eyes. You couldn't look him in the face long enough to tell. Bet you're curious about why my brother wanted to set us up on a date so bad, huh? Actually, you hadn't wondered why. You were shocked the idea was even presented. Yeah, me too. I didn't know if this was going to be a game where it'd be full-on flirting or just like a casual kind of flirting, you know what I mean? So it's great to see. You only met a few hours ago and already you were going on a date with a cute skeleton? Scandalous! You joked about what the locals would think. It earned a laugh from Papyrus, who wiped an imaginary tear from his socket. His face remained tucked into a sideways smile, hands still shoved into his hoodie pockets, slouched, tired-looking. And like the kind of dude you'd want to hang out with on a Saturday night. True, a normal dude. He wasn't trying to impress you. He wasn't going out of his way to be a milady kind of a guy. Just a normal dude. What the hell, sure. Wanna go on a date, right? Worst case scenario, look at each other and say, ew. You asked him about why his brother wanted them to go on a date. Come on inside, I'll tell you the whole story. Ooh, it looks nice. So it's closed, but now it's open? Unless you need a key to get in. You sat in the back of the bar, away from the stage, tucked away in a corner. Your dancers were currently on break, leaving room for you to breathe and not have to worry about being made fun of for not watching monsters strip. Actually, looking around the other monsters, how could some of them strip? Some didn't even have arms. Would they just use their legs? No, some of them didn't have those either. Teeth? Maybe teeth. It looked like everyone here had teeth. You're right, Jeremy? You're kind of staring off into this there. Something on your mind? You faked a smile and waved, your hand in front of your face, reassuring him that nothing was wrong. You did admit that you were surprised at how many different monsters were in the bar. Yep. Lots of us. A whole lot of us. All wanting to escape the hell that is the underground. But you know how it is, stuck down here for all eternity and stuff. No way we're getting out of here without 7 human souls. He laughed, but you didn't. 7 human souls? Why did that matter? Papyrus leaned on his elbow as he looked into your eyes. Yeah, you have no idea about that, do you? That we need 7 human lives to escape down here, to finally see the sun. Then again, that's not even 7 children's souls. That's 7 human children's souls. I'm not quite sure about adult souls. There was a slightly dark tone in his voice as he spoke, like a low, intimidating growl. What happened to that carefree demeanor? It was like a light switch, and now he was deadly? His eyes narrowed as he looked at you, snapping his fingers, making a cigarette appear. He followed with a swirl of his finger, and it lit with a small flash of orange. Sitting back up, he took the cigarette and inhaled deeply. You should see the look on your face. Did I scare you? I think I'm gonna take your soul, or something. He tried to keep a straight face. He didn't deny that he wouldn't take it, and said he ought to take a sip of the drink he had on the table. Yeah, I wonder if Tenderpants had the supplies to make me another drink. Well, I'll find out. Come on, follow me. Afterwards, I'll tell you why my brother wanted us to go on a date. I'm following slowly. Hey there, Oliver. Got the stuff to make me another cocktail? You watched as an orange tabby cat looked back at Paps, a neutral expression on his face. Well, part of his face, there's a small chunk missing from his left cheek. Ah, hey there, buddy. How's it going? Here to finally pay off that tab of yours? The cat had a look on his face like he already knew the answer. Half sheepishly shrugged his shoulders. I'll have it next time, old cat. The cat shook his head with a sigh. You're lucky I own the bar, my good sir, or you'd be kicked out, you know that? Luckily, I'm a nice friend, speaking of which. Aren't you a cute kitten? Nice to meet you. My name is Oliver. Oh my goodness. Hey! Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I do that, like, literally every single time. You said the last part was sarcasm. Yeah, so go back and read that, because I clearly did misday. Hey, pal. They're my day for the night, but your turn. Paps didn't seem to be taking the others' advances seriously. I'm assuming you came up here for a reason. Yeah, I'm out of honey. I don't know how to say that word, sorry. You got the stuff to make it for me? I know it's hard to get honey, usually my brother has better luck finding it than me. He mumbled the last part. Unfortunately, no, I don't have any. Maybe when I get my hands on some? You apologetically cut off Oliver, shuffling through your hoodie to put on the bag that Sans had given you earlier, handing it over to Oliver. She took the bag in his hands curiously. Opening it up, he grinned. Looks like you're lucky. Your date supplied the fresh ingredients. So I'll make your drink of yours free of charge because they're so damn adorable. Aw, thank you. Lucky bastard. Papyrus looked absolutely dumbfounded. Looking from you to the other, he laughed. Well, aren't you full of surprises? Well, I guess you're my honey bee, now aren't ya? Papyrus seemed happy to have the opportunity to get his favorite drink, which was pretty awesome. It didn't take long for Papyrus to receive his drink. I bet you're curious as to why my brother wanted us to go out, huh? Yeah, we've been waiting, silly. Papyrus took a gulp of his drink. My brother thinks we're soulmates. Ha! Imagine if things like that actually existed, right? Well, I mean, younger me had a huge crush on you, and I still do like you. So, we definitely are now. In this universe, we're soulmates. All monster relationships would be solved in an instant. Yeah, that sort of thing doesn't exist. It's for baby bones, you know? How dare you? Soulmates, an interesting concept. Humans had that sort of thing too. The person you were destined to be with tied to you through some sort of, ethereal string. Some people met their soulmates and were so amazingly lucky, while others never got the chance. Those that didn't were said to have actually died of heartbreak. What about you? Do you believe in soulmates? Yes. Heh, you sound like my big brother. Optimism. It is a good thing to have, I guess. Oh my goodness. Hello, handsome. He gulps down another swallow of his drink, finishing it off. His cheeks were flushed, a slight tinge of orange, perhaps from the honey-flavored drink he was sipping on. What's up? Is there something on my face? You shook your head, turning your eyes back to your drink. Papyrus gave a snort of laughter. He leaned on the counter and continued to stare at you. He was trying to see into you, just like Sans had, and you could feel it. He just didn't have the ability or the know-how or on how to do it. Sure, he removed your heart or soul? He peered at it and saw its color. Perseverance, he called it? Purple? But it felt like he was searching for something else that couldn't be seen on the outside. Something deep inside you that Sans had been able to see, but no matter how hard Paps was trying, he couldn't do the same thing. He looked frustrated and a little sad. Did it have to do with the soulmate thing? Was it something else? Or did he just not trust you? Maybe it was all three. You asked if he was okay, and that seemed to bring him back to the real world. Yeah, no worries, Jeremy. I'm alright. Just lost in thought as well. Pep sat back up and looked down at the counter. Hey, I've got a question for you. Hypothetically speaking, let's say that soulmates are real. What if they turn out to be a bad person? Do you still let them be that bad person? Or do you stop them from corruption? What if that soulmate ends up being the worst kind of person in the world? Do you think that a terrible person can change? Wait, is that voice acting just there? I didn't really hear it that well.
And everyone can be better with a good person to hold dearly.
Oh, there's voice now. Okay. That was hanging heavily in his mind. You could tell it didn't take a monster's power to see that. Why are they doing it? And tell him that there has to be a reason for someone's actions to be no one is born evil. There are deciding factors as to why a person becomes who they are. Everyone deserves a second chance. Papyrus mulls over your words. He will remember that decision. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I feel like I said it I don't know. I'm not taking it back though. Papyrus judges you even more so. It made you feel naked, exposed. Wait, is that a bad thing? Is he like judging me like I'm a bad person? because I think people should get second chances. I don't really think anyone's born evil. Like, someone could have bad intentions, but it doesn't mean they're gonna do super terrible things as long as they get the right help. And a lot of times, people just don't get the right help, and so they just end up doing the bad things. You were in a room full of people, and yet it felt empty, just the both of you. You made your way outside. It was night. It could become night? Papyrus reached over, taking a hold of your hand and lightly squeezing it. His face was scrunched into a serious expression, despite the obvious buzz he had going. Ooh, I think I upset him. Every once in a while, he would turn his sockets to you and then back at the ground, thinking, Hey, would you be okay if I hugged you? I need to see something. You were curious. Raising a brow, you nodded. In a small moment, you were pulled into a hug, and almost immediately, there was static. Oh my gosh. Like a jolt of electricity shot through your body in the most interesting way. Fluttering, dancing, warm, unnerving. But wonderful and exciting, maybe, a soul kiss? Nah, that sounds stupid. But then you realize how silent Papyrus was. No sound, no noise, not a single peep. Oh, my name's Peep. All you could hear was the beating of your own heart, his breathing, and something you couldn't quite put your finger on, like a pulsing feeling? It was in your chest, not like a heartbeat. As you held on to him, you began to realize just how small you were in the monster's arms. Sure, he was a bit thin, but he had to lean over quite a bit to hold and hug you. He was at least a whole 2 feet taller than you. Maybe you were overly exaggerating, but maybe it was a good idea to go out with you, because now you've gotten in with me and my bro. Kiss him. You reach over to Papyrus and gently remove his cigarette from his mouth, causing an air of confusion from the other. With a smile, you run your thumb over his mouth and feel that flutter pulsing against you again. As you leaned in and pressed your lips against his, the world stopped. Warm and sweet. You rubbed his cheek and pulled away. Of course it's sweet. He just has like some honey. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, his face. Papyrus' face flushed a bright orange as he pulled away, magical eyes practically bulging out of their sockets, and stumbled into the wall of the bar, knocking a trash can over in the process. He was looking anywhere but other than at you. This included looking up at the rafters of the bar. He opened his mouth to say something, but nothing came out. Instead, he motioned towards home, and you happily obliged. You held his hand again. He was shaking. You went to a place you could very well call home. For tonight, at least, you get to get some sleep. End of Act 1. Wow, that was awesome! I might try, and I don't think I will for this video, but, you know, if you want to play it yourself, you can see the other options as well. Actually, you know what? Okay, it seems I can't go back and redo it. I was trying to, because I do this. It won't let me. But that is really great. I'm really excited. This game, really nice so far. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, because I play lots of different types of Undertale games, usually just visual novel-esque games. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, everyone.